Nick is so fast that he can catch up to cars. Nick brought out his potential, even bullets couldn't catch up with Nick. A few days ago, Nick was crippled and had difficulty walking. Nick asks Jonah to help his girlfriend Haley move. When Nick was resting at night, a mysterious hacker sent a message. Mysterious hackers also hacked into Haley's computers and kept tabs on them. Nick successfully locked the other party's coordinates. When they arrived at the coordinates, there was only one abandoned hut around. Nick and Jonah went in to look for clues, but found nothing in the room except garbage and dust. Suddenly, Haley screamed from outside the house. Nick and Jonah ran out in a hurry and found that the doors were all open. They saw Haley being taken away by mysterious forces. Nick, who was chasing him, suddenly passed out. When Nick woke up, he was surrounded by mysterious people, wearing protective clothing, and Nick was fixed in a wheelchair. Damon told Nick that they had contact with aliens and were infected with unknown germs. Nick's nose bleeds suddenly. Nick was sent back to the isolation room after being treated for a nosebleed. In the next few days, Nick was questioned all the time. Damon asked Nick a lot of questions. When Nick saw Haley unconscious, he refused to cooperate. Damon turned on the TV and played a video of them looking for hackers. There is an alien hiding in the tree not far away, and it is the hacker who provoked Nick and the other three. Nick and Jonah, who was locked up next door, decided to escape here, but the problem was how to crack the combination lock on the door. Nick bit off the urinal and smuggled the urinal into the isolation room, then broke the biscuit into small pieces, crushed it into powder with a wheelchair, poured it into the urinal, and blew the powder towards the combination lock. When the guard entered the code, Nick also successfully cracked the code of the base. Nick told Jonah the password. There was an alarm at the base at night. Nick wanted to escape with Haley in the chaos, but Nick couldn't reach the combination lock at all, and they were quickly caught back by the guards. Desperate, Nick sees Haley awakened, and a glimmer of hope rekindled. But before the two had spoken a few words, Haley fell into a coma again. Nick fell off the hospital bed in the struggle. Nick looked at the tense guards, and the oil on his hands, and when Nick lifted the cloth strips from his legs, his lame leg was replaced by a mechanical leg. Nick flipped his shorts back to find the item still there. The grievance that was suppressed in his heart turned into an invisible force. Nick's eyes grew firmer. Nick kicked the door away, and then dragged the unconscious Haley to leave the base. The guards were afraid of Nick's thigh, and no one dared to step forward to stop him. After the two successfully escaped from the base, they encountered a car on the road. Morrible sent them to the nearest gas station. Nick asked Haley to stay outside while Nick was at the convenience store preparing to call the police. But the phone not only failed to get through, they also became wanted criminals. Suddenly, Haley was caught by James and shoved into the truck. Nick rushed to stop him, but was pushed down by James forcefully. James had a smirk on his face. But soon, James' expression gradually froze. How fast can Nick's modified thighs run? Nick easily catches up to James' car. James tries to find a weapon, but Haley beats him to it. They dump James by the side of the road. Nick drove the car and continued along the road. Nick saw that the road was divided. Nick could only take a detour, and after a long detour, they returned to the same place. Nick saw the abandoned house by the road, and the two decided to go in to find clues. There is a huge map in the house, and when Nick was marking it, there was movement in the room. Nick approached carefully with Haley, but found his good friend Jonah. It turned out that Jonah was the one who rushed out of the base earlier. Jonah's arms have been modified into mechanical arms. Jonah also found that the people here were engraved with numbers, and the sum of these numbers happened to be 51. Jonah deduces that the military is colluding with aliens and imprisoning them in Area 51 for research. They decided to escape here and make everything public. The next day, the three continued to move forward, but were quickly blocked by the checkpoint. Jonah was about to speed up and rush over, but was trapped by the stone pillar. Jonah got off the car and knocked down the rushing guards, and was about to put down the stone pillar. Suddenly, a grenade landed at Jonah's feet. Jonah was seriously injured by the blast. Jonah knew his time was running out. After saying goodbye to Nick, Jonah punched the stone pillar. In order to cover Nick, Jonah hit the ground hard with all her strength, knocking out all the guards. However, before the two of Nick could run far, the tires were punctured by the guards ambushing on the side of the road. The truck instantly lost control and overturned. Nick watched Haley being taken away, but could do nothing. Nick struggled to get up. As long as he could cross the bridge in front, he could escape from here. Damon sees through Nick's thoughts. Damon talked about his experience of pretending to be a hacker to deceive Nick and others, and how to transform them into a new human being fused with alien technology. After hearing all this, Nick burst into anger in an instant. The energy in Nick's thighs peaked. Nick rushed across the bridge at an extremely fast speed, smashed through the mysterious barrier, and entered an unknown area. Nick looked. Behind him, everything seemed fake. Until Damon took off his helmet, revealing the mechanical brain inside. Nick turned his attention to the outside world. Nick saw the vast unknown universe. The space Nick is in is nothing but a huge alien spaceship numbered 2.3.5.41. On top of it is a huge mothership. Nick also finally understood that they were abducted by aliens.